The scene opens on a modest homestead where a child's birthday party is underway. We're introduced to Jeffrey Manchester, a divorced U.S. Army veteran living in North Carolina who is struggling to provide for his 3 young children. His financial hardships become clear when he isn't able to afford the bicycle his daughter wants, prompting her friends to tease him about it. Later, while he's preparing a tub for the kids, Steve, his friend, reminds him that despite everything, one of his greatest strengths is his sharp observational skill, a gift he often overlooks. Later, while dropping his kids off to his ex-wife, Jeffrey notices a maintenance worker climbing onto the roof of a McDonald's. His instincts kick in. Drawing on his knack for observation, he realizes that most McDonald's locations keep their safes inside and that the roof offers an overlooked point of entry. Something clicks. He decides to exploit the employees' predictable routines by breaking in through the roof at night, hiding until the morning shift arrives, and then calmly directing the workers into the walk-in freezer. Despite the threat of the situation, he treats them gently, even giving his coat to a shivering manager before escaping with the contents of the safe. Over the next 2 years, Jeffrey repeats this strategy in more than 40 successful robberies, quickly earning the attention of both law enforcement and the media, who dub him the elusive Roofman. However, during his daughter's next birthday, the police finally track him down. Jeffrey attempts to flee, but he's quickly overpowered and cornered. He's arrested and later sentenced to 45 years in prison. In the aftermath, his ex-wife Talana cuts off all contact between Jeffrey and their children, leaving him isolated and facing the consequences of his actions. A few years pass, and we see Jeff working in the prison shop, where he's managed to earn the trust of the staff by sticking closely to the routines and rules of prison life. But even as he blends in, he never stops observing. He realizes that escaping won't be possible by going over the fences or through the walls. Those are far too secure. Then, during one of his regular work shifts, an idea strikes him. He quietly measures the width of the space beneath one of the prison trucks, recognizing that this overlooked gap might be the key to getting out. With the idea in place, Jeff begins carefully putting his plan together. First, he measures and cuts a wooden board that will fit perfectly into the narrow space beneath the prison truck. Then, knowing he'll need a way to blend in once he's outside, he uses whatever materials he can find in the shop to create a makeshift shirt and cap, a simple disguise to help him hide his appearance the moment he's free. When the next transport pickup day arrives, Jeff puts his plan into action. After finishing his tasks in the shop, he quickly grabs the wooden board, slides it beneath the truck, and lies on top of it. The truck proceeds to the checkpoint, is cleared without suspicion, and rolls out of the prison carrying Jeff hidden underneath. Once far enough away, he slips off and escapes unnoticed. He hitchhikes to Charlotte in his makeshift street clothes and tries desperately to reach his children, but with an active manhunt underway, he can't get close. With no other options, he calls his friend Steve and asks for help securing travel documents. Steve agrees to help, but warns him to stay low for at least a month and to avoid contacting his family, reminding him that he's now a highly wanted man. Welcome back to Sandy's Timeline. Today we're diving into Roofman, a film based on an incredible true story. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. While Jeff is on a payphone, he spots a patrol car heading in his direction. Acting quickly, he slips into a nearby Toys R Us and hides in the bathroom ceiling, narrowly avoiding the police. Once the store closes, he climbs down and moves into the employees area. There, he finds the security system manual, disables the cameras, and begins roaming the store freely through the night. Jeff eventually builds himself a hidden living space inside a hollow wall behind a bicycle display, where he conceals himself during the day and explores the empty store at night. He lives off clothes from the donation bin, various store merchandise, and a steady supply of peanut M&Ms. To stay ahead of any activity, he even sets up baby monitors to keep track of staff movement throughout the building. After a month passes, Jeff tries to contact Steve again, but this time he can't reach him. Instead, he speaks with Steve's girlfriend, who tells him that Steve won't be back until December because he's deployed on a 6-month contract in Afghanistan. Left with no way to reach his friend, Jeff leaves a message and is once again left feeling isolated. During his observations at the store, Jeff becomes interested in one of the employees, Lee, a kind-hearted, positive-minded single mother. During the holiday season, he overhears Lee invite the arrogant manager, Mitch, to a toy donation event. Though Mitch dismisses her, Jeff is moved by Lee's generosity and decides to steal toys from the store to contribute to the toy drive she's organizing at her church.
When he delivers the stolen toys, a church member lures him inside, inviting him to stay. During his time at the church, Jeff is invited to a singles meeting. Introducing himself as a visitor from New York under the name John Zorn, he is formally introduced to Lee. Mesmerized by her and eager to make a good impression, he pawns stolen video games to pay for dental work after surviving on a candy-only diet. At a church singles event, he deflects probing questions by claiming he is an undercover government agent. Lee eventually asks John out on a date, and they begin a relationship. Missing his own children, Jeff makes an effort to bond with Lee's daughters, Lindsay and Dee. However, despite his growing attachment to the family, he is unable to convince Lee to leave her current life behind and start anew with him. One day, while washing himself in the store, a naked Jeffrey is suddenly interrupted by Mitch and retreats to his hiding spot. The police, finding no one, assume a homeless man snuck in and fled, prompting the store to increase its security. After months overseas, Steve returns and agrees to help Jeffrey escape the country under a new identity for $50,000. Desperate, Jeffrey devises a risky plan, including a failed pawn shop break-in to steal a gun. He later manipulates Lee's schedule to keep her away, then holds the Toys R Us staff at gunpoint and pistol whips an armored car guard. Lee arrives while Jeffrey is calling for an ambulance and recognizes him beneath the mask, forcing him to flee with the store's cash before the police arrive and discover his hideout. Jeffrey pays Steve for the fake documents, but realizes he needs to cover his tracks. He burns down his dentist's office to prevent authorities from identifying him through dental records and heads for the airport. However, he receives a call from Lee. Unwilling to leave her behind, he goes to her apartment only to be ambushed by the police as Lee had cooperated with them. Jeffrey is taken into custody and receives an additional 40-year sentence. Later, Lee visits him and they forgive each other. Jeffrey also reconnects with his daughter, coming to terms with life behind bars. A postscript reveals that Lee remarried but visited Jeffrey again decades later. Though he made 2 more escape attempts, he has no desire to flee again and is eligible for parole in 2036. And that's the incredible story of Roofman, a tale of clever heists, desperate choices, and the consequences that follow. Jeffrey Manchester's story reminds us that even the smartest plans can't outrun the law or the heart. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Sandy's Timeline for more true crime stories and fascinating real-life tales. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.